Welcome back to the Turc Report. I'd actually completely forgotten, but we're actually going to do movies instead of games this half. And then we're going to tackle the consoles. So, Joe, I know there's no speculation on who's going to be in it, and I know it's probably going to be extremely well done because it is, you know, an amazing movie series. What do you think of The Dark Knight Rises? What do you think, how does it catch your eye?
Well, I mean, in any movie in which during the trailer you see a football stadium completely fall down, I mean that's definitely going to catch your eye. And there's no question that Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale who plays Batman, Michael Caine, I mean it's a great series. Anybody watching it would say that, but the key with the third movie is how are they going to show Batman Rises? I mean, it says it in the name, but that's the big question. I mean, that's the $64 question.
Exactly. And, in the comic books, underground comic books, the people that have written, fan fiction and, comics and graphic novels, in the original comic, Bane actually broke Batman's back. So, and then somebody else had to take over. I don't forget what his name was. But do you think that could possibly happen in this movie? Could Batman go into retirement and somebody else taking over?
I don't think so, and the reason why is typically in movies when you have trilogies, the first one is the height, the second one shows the low, and then the third one brings the main character back up. I mean, you see it in Star Wars. In the original trilogy, and not that piece of shit garbage that they call the first three movies. But I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, and see that's the beauty about this movie is that even though it comes out in less than a month, people have no idea what's going to be in the movie. Now you might have people on blogs, people tweeting, people trying to figure out what is going to be in this movie, but people really don't know. They know the characters, and to me, that's what makes this movie great. Is I don't want to know what happens in the movie until I go see it. Until I sit down in that movie theater, pay probably $10 to $15 to see the movie, and hopefully have a good time.
Exactly. And what do you think about Catwoman and Bane? I kind of like the Batman and Robin sort of Bane, but that's just me. As it captured more of a wrestler, gigantic hulking sort of Bane than this one. He's kind of, not so big, not so high on, roids and stuff. Or I was also hoping for a Batman Arkham City sort of Bane. What are your thoughts on Bane and Catwoman?
Well, I mean, Catwoman, when we first heard it, was not going to be Halle Berry. We were a little disappointed, not for her terrible movie, but because she's Anne Hathaway will do a great job.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
She's a very attractive woman. I mean, she's a great actress, and so far in the trailers, she looks up to her part. I mean, I never really know much about Bane. I've seen him in comic books. I know that there is a steroid version of him, but I think the one thing that Nolan, the director, tries to do as much as possible is make these villains as human as possible, as realistic as possible. He didn't make the Joker to be like this crazy. Well, of course he was a crazy character, but he was realistic.
Yeah, he didn't have the gigantic face or anything.
To be that psychotic.
Right.
With Batman, he didn't. I mean, he has great equipment and stuff like that, but you see the human aspect to him. And I think that's definitely something we're going to have to look out for. And my favorite character, Officer Gordon, I can't wait to see what Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Because to me, he brings another dimension to that movie.
He's such a good actor.
Oh, great actor. And I mean, personally, I love The Dark Knight. I mean, it's so my favorite. But Batman Begins was a great movie. I think that it gets the shaft sometimes because The Dark Knight just no pun intended, rose above it. But to me, the story in which Batman becomes Batman, where he starts as a child, and then you see him in the cave, and then his father comes up to him, and then you see him go through the sphere. To me, there's something great about that, and I think that's one reason why this movie has such a great following.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be amazing. I don't have any doubts in that. As you know, like we're saying, The Dark Knight was my favorite movie of that year. 2000. How was that? 2008.
I think it was 8. Yeah, 2008.
But it's just such an amazing movie. I watch it today even.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're classics, and there's no question about that. Now there has been some rumors of whether Nolan, because Nolan's not coming back, he's going to be the executive producer on the new Superman movie, which is going to be very interesting. But Christian Bale has said that he might want to come back and do another Batman. Now, to me, if this movie kicks ass, you don't make another one. You
Right.
stop. Because too many times, especially in Hollywood, in which a big time franchise, they just keep on going, and then you get George Clooney as Batman, and then you have to so I
With the
mean,
bat nipples.
yeah, exactly. Oh God, seriously, terrible. And,
Yeah.
and our viewers know exactly what we're talking about. I mean, George Clooney is hands down the worst Batman ever invented.
I personally liked Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I thought he was better than Val Kilmer to me.
I think he was the best Batman of that generation.
I think so, and I think Michael Keaton does a good job as Batman.
Hmm.
Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne. I think that's the best
Yeah.
way to explain that. Christian Bale, because the way Nolan portrays his character doesn't have the same pizzazz as maybe the Val Kilmer or the Michael Keaton Batman, but he still has a lot of force behind him. He has class. You see the struggle with him, and to me, Michael Caine as Alfred is another character in which, I mean, you think about the supporting actors in this new Batman series: Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Gary Oldman. I mean, high quality actors. So,
I mean, I think it's the best cast in a while that I've seen in a Hollywood movie.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's just because all the actors' resumes, not all, specifically their resumes, but just their acting skill in general is just so superb, that it's gonna be a good movie either way. But yeah, I think if I had a choice, I think I would make Christian Bale Bruce Wayne, and I think I'd make Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, I think that's a good that's a good combination, a good hybrid of the two.
Yeah. Moving on to another movie. I'm personally excited for it as soon as I heard the name, but Chuck Norris and Expendables 2. What do you think of this? I haven't personally seen the trailer, but
Well, okay, I saw it during when I went to the midnight release of the Avengers, which was amazing. But anyways,
amazing movie. I loved it.
Unbelievable. But to me, the one thing about the Expendables, and I tell people about this, is you have to understand this movie is to make fun of action heroes. It's not supposed to be serious. It's supposed to be all of the great action hero movies, heroes of the past 25 years getting into one film, the most explosions, the worst acting, and the worst stories just coming together. I mean, that's what it is, and I can't wait to see Schwarzenegger. I think he's going to be hilarious. I'm glad Bruce Willis is back, and to me, Bruce Willis is another classic.
He's just amazing.
God, he's hilarious. Mr. Church, as they call him. What's his problem? He wants to be president.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is as president.
No, remember in the first one in which Stallone looks at Bruce Willis looks at Stallone when Schwarzenegger walks away in the church, and then Willis asks Stallone, what's his problem? And then Stallone's like, he wants to be president, like as a joke.
Yeah, because he's a governor.
He's governor of California for 8 years.
Yeah. Awesome. It sounds amazing. I'm personally gonna go see it myself, but
yeah,
just for the Bruce Willis. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis. I mean Stallone. Stallone is like, people always make fun of him because he can't talk correctly. Steroids. And, oh guys, hey, how's it going? But,
how about a hot dog?
Hot dog, yeah. I gotta do what I gotta do. And but I mean, Rocky and Rambo are two of my favorite movie series of all time. I mean, hands down. I think he did a great job in those. I mean, Rocky 1 is like one of my favorite movies. So, but yeah, I think Expendables 2 is going to be a good movie. The critics won't like it because it won't be like realistic, or it won't have a storyline, or they didn't develop the plot. But true action hero fans will enjoy it because they understand these guys are just there, and they're there to have a blast and make a good buck.
Yeah, I'm definitely agree with you there. I'm gonna definitely go see it. It looks awesome. And now we move on to our main event of the evening. um, PS4 and the Xbox 360. If we do ramble a little bit too much, I'll probably interrupt you and tell you that we're running low on time. Then I'll just restart the video and then we can do
Okay.
another.
That's good.
Yeah. Seeing that we are, a YouTube sort of podcast deal.
Well, if you want to, Brad, we can take a break right now and then start a new section for that. You
Okay.
wanna do that?
Yeah, sure. We will talk to you guys very soon.
Okay, so-
We will see you. Yeah. After this.